Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome for those that are new and visiting. Hopefully, you stick around a little bit longer. It is Wednesday morning here in Australia. It's kind of the hump day. Hopefully, hopefully it's going well. Your week so far, and we're all closer towards the weekend, which is going to be glorious. If it's not raining here, that is. We have had some unusual weather going on, but as you can see, we are on the Warlord account. We are playing some Dynasty Scrolls action. Best way to start the day out is to jump on here and see what's new. So there's a couple of things that have popped up, which is fantastic. It was getting a little bit dry for the last couple of days, not going to lie. So I'm going to call it the pot of gold, which is the monthly fund. A lot of people were asking me when they were watching those videos themselves, like, where is it? When can we get it? Generally speaking, it should arrive, I feel like about a month and a half into your server. It will pop up, and then it seems to be something that's reoccurring every month. It seems to pop up as well. Well, 2 weeks to a month, I would say. Unfortunately, there is no set pattern or guideline for these development teams. Are a little bit lazy, I think. Although I think they're listening sometimes to some of the videos, just because I was talking about how long it had been since we had an Annihilation event, and lo and behold, one popped up here. But it would have been a good month and a half to 2 months since we actually did this, and so. I actually do apologize for the few people that did watch some of those ones. I'd be like, man, this guy's just complaining in it. Because because I'm like, why you give me two Annihilation events back to back? What is this rubbish? And then they didn't give me anything for like 2 months almost. So we're going to cover that, and we're going to cover the monthly fund. We're just going to have a chat in general because there's a couple of mini events on. If you are new and visiting, please think about liking, subscribing, and sharing some of this content. We actually did create a Discord channel, so I'm going to put the link in the description below. Everyone is welcome. Pick a nation. It's going to be very similar to, I feel like, the main one. um, as in the main channel for Dynasty Scrolls, the official one. But we got our own little thing going on there. We're gonna vibe in our own way and hopefully build a nation of itself. And hopefully that can translate into strategic alignments for cross server siege events. Maybe we can dominate and figure out some plans to do that. Everyone is welcome, of course. And as you can see, the arms race finished. We're gonna look at Ven floating here. He actually came third out of the cross server, so we're gonna grab some juicy rewards. We actually got 5 merit badges, which is pretty fantastic. Um, Good job, Ven. You came third. Yeah. Wow. I mean, there is a big gap between third and first. I feel like Regis probably spent a couple of maybe 10 grand on that event. He must like playing the game, though. Not gonna lie, he must like playing the game, and I do admit I do enjoy playing it as well. So today is the last day to spend any of your currency. You don't have to spend your merit badges, by the way. You can just save them up. You're not gonna get penalized or anything like that. I figure we'll buy some. Well, I wouldn't mind buying some of these ones. We'll buy some beast pills. You can never have enough beast pills. It's a truth. It's a hard truth, but it's definitely a truth. We'll grab some training pills because I use most of those up. I'm just going to save the rest of these. Save them up for the next time that rolls around. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're not missing out. If any of your Legion was in the cross server bracket, feel free to stake those. So we're just going to jump straight into my little dude here. He has a flash sale, which generally corresponds with the event. So these are the Annihilation orders, which is the Annihilation event. So you can grab some for free. I did buy the daily one, which was like $1.50. I expect that a God's Blessing will appear at some point today or tomorrow at the latest, which will have some additional benefits. So, don't be afraid to wait for that to happen. Um, I don't really want to grab those. I'm not building that charm. I normally do purchase this package, but I've probably didn't want to buy it for some reason. We do have some mini rebates on, which is pretty cool. I think this one is the premium recruitment one. So let's check that out. It seems like it's 30 pulls, which is not unreasonable. And you'll get 5, 10, 15 shards, and you'll get, I think, 45 regular epic hero shards. And I believe they have, well, they don't have everyone in these shard chests, unfortunately. I figured out that the hard way when I was trying to build Dank Stash. But these ones are okay. So you can get, you can get Marchow, Dangwei, Bunny Girl. Even this guy, I forget what his name is, Gal. Who I probably would be thinking about building on the Way Nation when these rebate events eventually appear on that. But I think I'll be using this to maximize old mate Dalchan. I think I might have just enough to do Dalchan. And of course, there's a treasure hunt event, which is 120 pulls. And I'm going to get some gold. And we're going to get some Dragonlance. Interesting. I definitely need some Dragonlance shards. So, of course, we're going to make sure we maximize that. Now, jumping onto the juicy thing, what everybody was asking me about before. You actually get a daily surprise to make sure you collect that. Most of the time, it's just gold, which is great. We love gold. Gold is king. But in terms of this, it looks pretty much like it did the last time I did it. Essentially, you're going to get Vanquisher set shards, and of course, you're going to get legendary weapon selection shards. So this is $23 Australian for the deluxe, and it's $80 for the premium. I probably will end up buying both of these in terms of value, just because if you have a look at the overview up here, you can actually, well, you're going to get, for starters, you're going to get a full set of legendary gear. If you look at how many shards it costs, it's actually 75 shards to create one set piece. So you're actually going to get potentially it's like 1.5. It's a weird way they did it. They did make it just shy of being able to complete the second one. But of course, there are other ways to get the Vanquisher set anyway. So you're going to get some gold. You're going to get a full piece of epic gear. You're going to get some epic shards, of course, and just some refinement points in general. This one gets a little bit interesting, though. I can't actually show you what the base set is, but I believe it's 100 shards for a legendary weapon. So you're going to get, potentially one, almost two legendary weapons. You will be, of course, able to create, say, the Super Halberd and then upgrade it at least 2 levels, which is fantastic. I would only be thinking about buying it just so I can start maxing out the Super Halberd, which is what I'm at. But of course, you get 40 weapon tokens, you get some epic weapon chests, and you get some refinement points, and the juicy gold. So, in terms of value, I mean, there is definitely some value here. Just as rule of thumb, one of these will cost you $154 when they first appear in God's Blessing. So, sometimes God's Blessing can be a trap. I'd like to preface that and say, some of these, the random God's Blessings that you get when you level up, can be a trap, because a lot of that item and a lot of that resource you can get either for free, for grinding, or significantly cheaper. So that's just for some of the newer players watching. Be careful about God's Blessing when you start playing the game. It's definitely there to get you. A lot of that stuff you'll be able to get later on for a reasonable rate of return. Now we'll jump into the Annihilation event. There's actually 2 versions of this, which confused the fuck out of me last time. So there was, I believe, one event that had either they glitched it or it's the way it was supposed to be. They apparently had like a leaderboard where you could spend money and spin axes and get additional shards. This one doesn't appear to have that on there. I can't be bothered going back in to look at all my older videos, but suffice to say, either way, you don't really need to be spending money on this event. It's very situational. And we'll get into the reason why I say it's situational. When I first started this out, essentially, I managed to score a golden axe. And I mean, this is way back a couple of months ago. So I actually grabbed the golden axe and I figured out what the affinity was for my top hero, which at the time is Jeju. So he has an affinity with the Peerless armor, so well the Vanquisher breastplate basically. So I went and grabbed that and I equipped that for the affinity bonus. But as you can probably see, you don't really have very many opportunities to get Vanquisher gear. And that's kind of where it becomes a little bit trickier. So one piece of gear is not really going to do a great significant amount. It's kind of where you need to start working towards the set bonuses and the ability to imbue them later on, which we'll jump in and show you a little bit. So in terms of should I spend on this event, spending money probably would be a no, unless the package is. I mean, look, it's your choice, right? But for me personally, I probably wouldn't be spending specifically for this event. I potentially, I mean, look, it's tempting to spend some gold. I don't have 9k gold, sadly, because of all the other ones that have popped up before this. So I need to go grind out some campaigns. But I mean, 22 pulls probably isn't going to get me a gold axe. So then I have to think of it realistically. What am I going to get in terms of drop rates? Let's have a look. So you can get a bronze axe, a silver axe, and a chance at a gold axe. The probability rates are here, so each attack can get you either or. 49%, so a good 50%, that's a whopping 50% chance of getting a bronze axe, and almost the same percent chance of getting a silver axe, and of course this minor percent chance of getting the gold one, 0.34%. It's actually higher than a legendary though, ironically. But anyway, each 20 attacks guarantees you at least 2 silver axe. So you need to do 760 attacks to guarantee 75 silver axe. And then you can exchange them for a legendary one, which if we go into the shops, we can have a look here. So basically the gold axe will be able to directly exchange for any piece of armor. There is no purchase limit to it at all. So of course, go ahead and do that at your own leisure. But essentially, when you look at it from how do you want to maximize this? If you're an early game player, I mean, it's not unreasonable for you to just do your pulls and eventually get some bronze axes and start to do your vermilion set. That's not a terrible strategy. Of course, it's going to cost you 8 bronze axes to get 5 shards. But look, the reality is, what else are you going to spend it on? You're going to be doing the spins anyway. Would you save up the currency? It really wouldn't make any difference. To be honest, like there are some strategies behind saving up, and there are other ones that aren't. But for this one, because there's no leaderboard, it doesn't really make any sense. Like the transformation event to save up, you can just pull it. But if you enjoy doing 100 in a row, you feel like there's better statistics of you getting it, go for gold. In terms of this weapon exchange, this is a trap. Don't do this. It's going to try and make me convert one one silver axe into some bronze axe, and vice versa. It's a trap. Stay away from that. You can, of course, exchange your bronze axe for shards, though, which is, this is interesting. Sorry, not your bronze axe, your silver axe for shards. So this is kind of interesting. Not going to lie, if I was at the point where I could start making some upgrades on my halberd, that's an enticing idea. Although Vanquisher set probably is a little bit better if I can just get my first set of Vanquisher done, and then we can think about where else to invest. So there are some options with your silver axes. Man, I'm going to confuse myself with bronze and silver. Hopefully you're following along here. But bronze being the weakest version, I mean, you can get some epic weapon chests as well. And what else can you get here? Okay, so you can get some refinement with the bronze axe. But the silver axe, again, becomes a little bit more interesting. And of course, if this appears on your server early on, you're not going to have access to the weapon shop and the beast equipment, potentially, because you haven't unlocked that. If it does give you the access to them, I would probably disregard them in general. Just focus on what you can actually utilize. Don't worry too much about the things in advance, because you're actually going to harm yourself if you start trying to plan too far ahead. Trust me, you'll be like, by the time the event rolls around again, you've already outused it, or you've outweighed its usefulness, I should say, by trying to hunt down things I think here though it'd be interesting for me to start to invest a little bit. Um, I'll be switching between either going the legendary shard chest or the grade one beast gear. I did unlock the X server, so if we go into challenge beast hunt, I unlocked the X server superior beast. I actually unlocked this boy here, but when I jumped in there, I was versing people with a billion plus power level. So it really didn't work out to be that great. But I managed to bash the bird up a couple of times. Didn't get anything unfortunately, which sucks. But the RNG in its entirety is pretty bad. I was lucky to get that one piece anyway. So what I think is, instead of me just talking to you about it, let's just jump in and actually do some examples. So Danway, the monster, is gonna start hitting people, and then he's gonna try and get that. Oh, we got a silver axe. That's cool. It'd be cool if we did get a gold axe. Not gonna lie, that would make things a lot easier for me. But then we'll do a 10 bomb. He runs to, does his rhino charge, and what did we get? One, two, three, four, five, six. We got 6 silver axes, which takes us up to 44. And we got some bronze axes as well. If we go into the shop, how many bronze axes did we get? Interestingly, it doesn't show you the amount of bronze axes you have. So let's just go into our bag. Unless I missed it. Let's go into our bag. Consumables, materials. So we got 24. 24 bronze axe. It's probably not too much that I would actually be thinking about spending that on. Maybe we can get some equipment shard. I mean, let me have a look. What do I want? Probably want these ones, to be honest. We'll just get 12 of those. So I can start building up my black fan. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. If there's another weird event that appears after this, I'll cover that too with the leaderboard. Because I swear there was this, it was a couple of months ago, but I swear there was like 2 types of this event, but it was the same function, which really confused me. I'm like, why do we have this shit back to back? But if that does happen, well, again, like, I don't know. I wouldn't regret spending some resources on it anyway. It seems fairly dodgy in its own entirety. But okay, it's okay. We'll talk about something else now. Um, let's have a look. Is there anything else? We got the daily recharge. We got the treasure hunt. We won't do that. I'll actually do this in a separate video. We'll talk about the guides of treasure hunt and maybe do a little bit of an in-depth analysis on it, how to maximize it and all that other sort of stuff. We can do that in a separate video. But for here, why don't we do the premium summons rebates? We only need to do 30. Let's finish it off. What are we looking for? That's a fantastic question. Let's go into Warlord. All I need right now is Dank Stash. Mr. Stash, if you'd like to appear, you would make my life a little bit easier. Hey! Speaking, he appears. Uh, of course, we get some rare heroes. It's natural. Um, yeah, I mean, I'll take Dank Slash shards as well if he wants to pop up. So we're going to do 2 more 10 bombs and get some rare heroes. I'm surprised that... Oh, yep, Dank Stash. All right, there we go. Maybe the game has finally realized it shouldn't only give you the hero that you haven't built to 7-star. That would be phenomenal if that was in a patch note. But clearly not, because we got Dong Zhao, which we've already got to 7-star. So what are the RNGs of getting 2 Dank Stashes? Pretty slim to none, but I will accept that, of course. Maybe that's actually enough for us to finish him out. We'll have to have a look in a second. So make sure you're doing your rebate. It's as simple as that. If you're curious as to where you can acquire some of these premium summons, you can buy a 10 bomb for 2,700 gold ignites. Alternatively, if you decide to smash these ones out, and skip that, and hurry up. If you choose to, you need to grind out these levels. If you're not already doing this, you should be probably thinking about investing some time throughout your weekend to grind this out, or on the way to and from your work if you have the luxury. Get some premium currency. Each stage is going to give you one, so you do 10 of these stages, you'll have another 10 bomb. You got to do 30 stages to get it for free. Hopefully people haven't been blowing the premium summon resources Like me, I'm just hoarding these ones for the day that these little rebate events arrive. Kind of makes sense because at the end of the day, you don't really need to make too much of the progress here. But while we're here, why don't we just do it? We'll just do a couple of 10 bombs until we get the. Hey, there we go. We got the gold scimitar, full copy of that. That's cool. Not that I really want that one, but I don't really know if I want to spend any more gold on this. Stop giving me the scimitar already. Give me something better. Yes, we need this one. We'll do some 10 bombs. Maybe we'll get a black fan. Yeah, we did. We got a black fan. That's what we were aiming for. Not bad RNG there. And how many times do we need to draw? And we'll do another 10 bomb. I generally keep 100 here. That's kind of where I look at it. We got another one. Very, very nice. That actually paid off in the end, and we'll get some shard chests. So at that stage, I feel like, what else do we want to do? Do we want to do anything? What do we want to do? I kind of want to upgrade old mate over here. Um, where is he? Stashy boy, my stash master. I wanted to upgrade you. How many of these do I need? Universal shards, 35, not quite enough. Let's go into the bag. Let's see if we can get him out of any of these ones. I feel like this would be the chest that I can pull him out of. Dank stash all the way over here. If we get 80, that's enough, right? So we don't really need 80. We need like 77. And this will be it, I think. This will be it, the final one, the final frontier. We have absolutely capped it out. There we go, maxed out old mate Dank Stash. Of course, I don't have him equipped in the reserves yet because we need Lubu. But when we do have Lubu, he will be down here adding to our power bonus. Anyway, hopefully this was a nice long-winded start to your Wednesday. If you have any questions, please hit me up in the comment section below. But also think about joining our Discord channel. As I said, everyone is welcome, and we'll be putting that in the link down there. We are looking for some play-based experts. So if that's you and you jump on the Discord, just send me send me a tell, show me your lineup if you'd like to be a part of the Shu Wu Wei or Han Nation, a warlord. We'd be interested to have you part of the team. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Thanks.